Here are 3 half-inning clips from the 2012 Brewster Whitecaps season. The first half-inning is from a game between the Brewster Whitecaps and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Second baseman Brett Michael Duran going to lead off the top of the third inning for the Harbor Hawks. He'll be facing Austin Voth. Voth has allowed just 1 base runner so far. Blake Austin singled in the second, but was quickly erased on a strike him out, throw him out to end the inning. There's strike 1 to Duran, a fastball in the inside corner. Brett Michael Duran from Milford, Connecticut, goes to Stanford, 291 in 31 games, 2 home runs, 20 RBIs, tied for 3rd place on the team in RBIs. Takes a strike on the outside corner, is quickly behind in the count, 0-2.
Voth getting ahead, that's going to be a big key tonight. Struggle with its control at some points this season.
0-2 pitch, misses for a ball, 1-2. Both pitchers, though, seem to be locked in early on in this ball game.
And the way Hyannis has really performed with their record this year does something that's really with the team that they had last year. Granted, new guys coming in every year. They were 14 and 25 this year, really struggling. Best record in the league last year.
Pitch swung on and fouled off right off our camera, and that might be the end of that camera, as that ball was right at the camera. We now have a black screen, so that could be the end of the camera for the season here. As I've been waiting for that to happen all season long, and that one right off the face of it. Hopefully we can get someone to look at that. The 1-2 pitch just off the plate for a ball, 2-2.
Looks like a plug did come out, so hopefully it's just that.
We'll take a look at the end of this half inning, see if we can get it back up and running. Count is 2-2 on Duran. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled off into the screen. And the count will hold at 2-2.
And it really makes you wonder. Hyannis 29 and 15 last year, 58 points. That was the best record in the Cape League. Chad Gassman winning the Manager of the Year. However, his tenure with the Hyannis Harbor Hawks has been really rocky. He's either had a very good team, which was his best team last year. Otherwise, he's really been in the bottom of the barrel.
2-2 pitch upstairs for a ball, and the count will go full.
And them, like Brewster, they had a 1-0 series lead. They lost to the defending Western champions in the playoffs. They were defeated by Falmouth. They had a 1-0 series lead. They won at home. They lost at Gulf Fuller Field in Falmouth. They came back home for a game and lost.
3-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. And down goes Brett Michael Duran, 3rd strikeout of the game for Austin Voth, and there's 1 gone in the top of the 3rd.
Big strikeout there for Voth, a leadoff strikeout on Michael Duran, so that leadoff man off base. And your thoughts on the turnaround between last year, the way Hyannis is playing this year? Obviously, it is a new team every year, but you got to assume they'd be able to get some guys on the same high level like last year.
First pitch to Jeff Schultz, swung on and missed for strike 1. And exactly, you'd figure, you have each team, it seems like each coach has a pipeline to certain schools, and you'll see one team with a couple Notre Dame guys, a couple Oregon guys, just throwing out teams, and it seems like Hyannis would get the same as the pitch misses for ball 1-1. It seems like Hyannis would, say they got Oregon guys every year, they get the next top Oregon guys the following year, and the next top Notre Dame guys, the next top Florida State guys every year, and just kind of keep things going. But it doesn't appear to be the case this year, as curveball misses inside for a ball, 2-1 to Schultz, as they've just really struggled. I believe they lost 9 games in a row to start the season. They got it back. They're actually in the playoff race with the last weekend of the season coming up, so they've done a good job bringing it back, but just not as talented as last year's ball club. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Schultz, swung on and lined into right center field. Moving over is Lorenzen. He dives, and he will make the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. Nice running, sliding catch there by Michael Lorenzen, and there's 2 gone here in the top of the 3rd inning.
Excellent catch there by Lorenzen out in right field, showing that he can field out there with the glove. Has an excellent arm. We saw that a few times. Katuit almost learning the hard way in that game, and an excellent job ranging to his right and in, and was able to slide there and make the catch.
It's a way to fit in with your new ball club. Lorenzen only playing in his 3rd game with the Whitecaps after coming over from Team USA. First pitch to Pat Fortunato. Pat Fortunato is on the outside corner for strike 1.
One thing I see with this Hyannis roster, however, this year is a lot of small school guys, smaller schools. That's not a bad thing. However, you got to get the right guys from those schools. There's been a lot of guys from small schools who have come to the Cape and have been successful.
Pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. Voth ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. A lot of times those small school guys, you get a couple of them and they're diamonds in the rough. Maybe they bloomed a little bit later than some of the guys who are playing for the big-time Division I schools. So you don't really want a roster filled with too many of those guys, because it's easier to miss on those guys because they don't play that top talent all the time. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. Down goes Fortunato. 4th strikeout of the game for Voth. We're through 2.5 innings. No score here in the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. The next clip is the exciting conclusion of a game between the Brewster Whitecaps and the Wareham Gatemen. Please excuse the subpar sound quality as we were broadcasting from beneath the bleachers and had poor internet connection. And welcome back to Spillane Field. Dylan Davis is the new man on the mound for Brewster as they now have a 6-3 lead over the Wareham Gatemen, and some good news for Brewster on the out-of-town scoreboard.
Hyannis defeating the Chatham Anglers by a score of 4-2 at McKeon Park, so Hyannis staying alive in the playoff hunt as they stay in 4th place after tonight's win. So the Whitecaps could be 2 games out, which would make them 4 points, so big news in Hyannis. Some other games around the league, YD winning 3-0. Going to go through all those Eastern Division matchups. 6-1 Katuitt defeating Harwich today, and Bourne defeating Orleans by a score of 3-1.
New pitcher on the mound, Dylan Davis, the 6-foot, 200-pound right-hander out of Redmond, Washington, goes to Oregon State. 6.97 ERA on the season. This will be his 7th appearance. He started 2 games, 10 1/3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 9 runs, 8 of them earned, 13 walks, 10 strikeouts. He is 0-1 on the season with 1 save, and batters hitting .250 against Davis, who has been very up and down for the Whitecaps this season.
Plays Michael Burchett, who threw an inning of scoreless ball, gave up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and no strikeouts.
First man he will face Logan Uxa, and he gets strike 1 as Uxa went around 0-1. So Brewster coming back after they were left for dead. 4 runs in the top of the 9th. The pitch swung on and fouled back over the school 0-2.
It's going to be very important that the Whitecaps can hang on to this lead tonight. So they want to try to get right back into this playoff push. Brewster was down to their final out when Ryan Healy singled into left. The pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Davis strikes out the first man he faces, and there's 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning for Wareham. And that is a huge start to the inning for Dylan Davis, able to get that strikeout. That leaves the leadoff man off. Right now, however, they're going to have to get the number 9 hitter in Ethan Gross. And one thing I like to say, Michael Burchett, that 1 inning of keeping the game where it is, that's going to be something when you look at that box score. It's going to be very underrated. He kept the Whitecaps right where it was to give them a chance.
Pitch to Gross is swung on and lined up the middle for a base hit. Ethan Gross, out of that number 9 hole, gets on for the 2nd time in the ball game. There will be a 1-out base runner for Davis. Burchett would be the pitcher of record right now for Brewster. The loss would go to Connor Wade of Wareham. Brewster far from out of the woods yet, though, as Wareham back around to the top of the order with Cole Sturgeon. Sturgeon is 1 for 3 in the game. He also reached when he walked as he swings at this pitch and slashes it hard into the fencing in front of the Brewster dugout for strike 1 behind that one. Everyone does appear to be okay in that Brewster dugout. Davis working quickly, gets back into his stretch position and deals to Sturgeon, and he swings and lines a base hit into left field between the hole between the short and 3rd baseman, and the tying run will come to the plate for Wareham in the person of Mott Hyde with only 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning.
And not a very good thing now as that tying run at the plate. The Whitecaps had Nico Spezio warming before a lefty. Cannot really tell if there's any action down there right now.
Some action starting to stir down in that Brewster bullpen, as this is a game that the Whitecaps desperately need, trying to end their 4-game losing streak and gain some ground on Chatham in the playoff picture. As we move into the final 2.5 weeks of this Cape Cod Baseball League season, here comes the pitch to Hyde, and it's down on the dirt for a ball, 1-0.
Dylan Davis, however, 1 pitch away from ending this game. A double play ball would do that. Infield and double play depth right now for the Caps.
Jake McCaslin is warming up in the bullpen for Brewster, the right-hander out of New Mexico. The outfield is deep. Here comes the pitch to Hyde. Snap throw to first base, and just back in front of the snap throw is Sturgeon. Navin has been very good at that all season. Almost got Sturgeon in a crucial situation.
Yeah, very close spot. Sturgeon a little too far off the bag, but was able to slide in feet first. Big first strike, however, for Dylan Davis.
Count is 1-1 on Hyde. Hyde has 2 hits in this ballgame, 2 for 3, also reached on a walk in the 5th. Here comes the pitch, and it's down to the dirt. Navin smothers that one, 2-1.
Excellent block there by Spencer Navin on that breaking ball. Going to have to keep that ball in front of him or someone close. He's got a very good arm, so those Wareham runners should probably hold it at something close. Now I want to put those 2 runners in scoring position.
Ollinger and Forgione right on the lines as the pitch is cut on and missed for strike 2. 2-2. Guarding those lines, not wanting the ball to get by him and go for extra bases. It's Forgione at third, Campbell at short, Williams at second, Ollinger at first, McNeil in left, Judge in center, and Monda in right. Navin doing the catching for Dylan Davis. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Hyde, and it's down low for a ball, 3-2. So the count will be full with 1 out, 6-3. Brewster in the lead, bottom of the 9th inning. Looking to get the final 2 outs in what would be a remarkable comeback for the Whitecaps. Their best inning all season has been the 9th. They've had a lot of late inning magic in them. This for a team with only 12 wins in 30 games. The pitch is down low for ball 4, and the bases will be loaded. So after striking out Logan Uxa to start off the bottom of the 9th inning, single walk, and just like that, the bases are loaded. And Chip Dell is going to go out and have a word with Dylan Davis. He did take a look towards that bullpen where Jake McCaslin has been warming up. The batter will be Kyle Schwarber, number 3 batter and left fielder out of Indiana. The whole infield is in on this discussion, and they're going to leave Davis in the ballgame.
Got to assume this could potentially be Dylan Davis's last batter. Right now, he just needs to come after these hitters. Do not put them on via freebies. The Whitecaps desperately need this game. Let the gateman beat you with the bat. Do not pitch behind here. Give him an opportunity to get hits or let him on for free.
Schwarber does have some good power for the gateman. As he steps to the plate, the winning run with the bases loaded. The first pitch to him is a ball just missing off the plate, 1-0. Schwarber, 5 home runs and 23 RBIs. Second on the team with those 23 RBIs. Polka, who's on deck, has 27. Just 1 out. The pitch to Schwarber is off the plate for a ball, 2-0. So Davis, who has struggled with his command, more walks than strikeouts on the season coming into this game, is now struggling with his command after walking Mott Hyde. Has nowhere to put Schwarber with the bases loaded, 6-3, 1 out. 2-0 count on Schwarber. Here's the pitch, swung on, grounded back to Davis. Davis flips it to Navin on to first, double play, and the ball game is over. Davis turns the 1-2-3 double play. Schwarber bounces into it, and Brewster, with an improbable comeback victory, defeats the Wareham gateman. Eric Forgione, the hero, the 3-run homer with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning after Ryan Healy tied it with a single to left, and Brewster improves to 13-8, snapping their 4-game losing streak. What a win tonight for the Whitecaps, and one that could really turn their season around.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a win tonight that can turn the season around. They desperately needed that. Chatham they got some more help tonight. Hyannis defeating Chatham tonight. That was down at McKeon. That was up at McKeon Park. So a big game for the Whitecaps, able to win. There are actually some games on the schedule tomorrow. Chatham will play Orleans tomorrow night at Veterans Field. So that's going to be a crucial matchup tomorrow. So the Whitecaps going to need some more help from the Firebirds tomorrow.
So we're going to step aside for a moment now. Brewster victorious, 6-3. Dylan Davis picking up the save. He made it interesting, but he closed the door on the 1-2-3 double play off the bat of Kyle Schwarber. And stick with us. We'll have our player of the game and a little bit more from Spillane Field when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
The final clip is from a game between the Brewster Whitecaps and the Falmouth Commodores.
Welcome back to Stony Brook Field. 4-0 in favor of the Commodores. Top of the 8th inning. I'm Brian Clemenson, and here to take you the rest of the way, here is Sam Dostler.
Thanks very much, Brian, as we move to the top of the 8th inning. Casey Turgeon is going to lead things off for the Falmouth Commodores. 1 for 3 in the game today. His one hit was a single in the 4th inning, struck out looking in the 2nd, and grounded to 3rd in the 6th. The first pitch from McCaslin is a fastball in the outside corner. Jake McCaslin back out onto the mound for his 2nd inning of work for the Whitecaps, who trail in this one 4-0. They have not had a runner reach base yet. Pitch swung on and fouled straight back into the net in front of us. 0-2. McCaslin 1 inning, 1 hit, and 1 strikeout so far. Third pitcher of the day for Brewster, Evan Rutter. 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs. And he replaced Luke Weaver, 5 innings, 9 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. The pitch is swung on and skied into right field. Monda comes over in near the line, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. 4 runs on 12 hits and no errors for Falmouth. No runs, no hits, and 1 error for Brewster. We're in the top of the 8th inning. History possibly in the making here today from Stony Brook Field, as Sean Hagan continues to dazzle on the mound. He's been the big story. Here comes the first pitch to Billy Ferrier, and it's inside for a ball. Ferrier playing a very good center field today, getting a lot of good jumps on balls on a day that's not easy out in center field. Wind blown at 10 miles per hour at the start of things. Gray skies above. The pitch swung on and grounded off his back foot and into the screen, 1-1. So far today, Ferrier is 1 for 2, scored in the 6th, had a sacrifice bunt in the 4th, and then grounded out to second base in the 2nd inning. 1-1 pitch from McCaslin, a breaking ball that just misses off the inside corner, 2-1. The defense for Brewster, Tanner Nivens in left field, Aaron Judge in center field, Jason Mondas in right field. The rest after this 2-1 pitch, and it's swung on, chopped off the plate to the third baseman. Forgione barehands, throws to first, not in time. Healy comes off the bag to snag that one, and Ferrier is on with an infield single. Derek Campbell's the shortstop, Jeff McNeil at second base, Ryan Healy's at first base, Spencer Navin behind the plate, and Jake McCaslin, third man on the mound for the Whitecaps. Alex Maldonado will be the next batter, playing second base out of Holy Cross, scored a run in the 6th when he singled. 1 for 2 overall. First pitch to him is a fastball on the outside corner. McCaslin getting ahead 0-1. This is a game that the Whitecaps really need, as they sit 6 points out of the final playoff spot in the East. McCaslin a slight toss over to first base, back standing up is Ferrier. McCaslin working from the stretch position on the first base side of the rubber. The runner goes. Pitch swung on and missed. Navin's throw down to second base will be in time. Navin with another runner thrown out, and there's out number 2. The hit and run was on that time. Molden swung through the pitch, and the count is 0-2 on Molden now with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning.
An excellent throw down to second base by Spencer Navin. That throw right on the money. Jeff McNeil just able to apply that tag. Nicely done.
0-2 pitch to Malden. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Ball gets behind Navin. Quickly grabs it. Fires to first base, and it will be not in time as Healy has to come off first base. So it'll be a runner on base with 2 outs after the strikeout of Malden. That one's going to go as a wild pitch, as Navin couldn't do much about that one as McCaslin uncorked a wild one.
Yeah, and tough break there for the Whitecaps. Navin unable to get in front of that one. And more glove work as there's a curveball there from McCaslin. Almost had him at first base, but just too late as Maldonado has pretty good speed coming out of that batter's box.
Throw over to first base. Maldonado back in with the head first dive.
Top of the order, ladies and gentlemen, left fielder.
Maldonado 5 steals in 5 attempts for Falmouth as a team. The Commodores 52 stolen bases. Here comes the pitch, and it's a ball just missing off the outside corner. Looked pretty good, but it goes as a ball 1-0.
Seemed to have a pretty consistent strike zone all day from Doug Mason. been a tight one at some spots, but really consistent.
Pitch swung on, grounded by the dive of Forgione at third into left field. Coming all the way into third base will be Maldonado. Into second base with a double is Blanchard. And it's runners on second and third with 2 outs. And the wild pitch could prove costly here for the Whitecaps in the top of the 8th inning.
That wild pitch really could be costly for Gioni, going to his right, unable to get to it. You could see him hesitate a little bit of what to do, and that shows you not really a third baseman, more of a shortstop by trade. Has been serviceable over there, pretty good, but unfortunately just didn't know what to do. He hesitated a second for Gioni, and that cost him.
Glove got caught up in this now a little bit damp dirt over at third base as well as he tried to extend for that ball up the line. It'll bring up Austin Anderson. Anderson's had a good day at the plate. He's 2 for 3 with a sacrifice fly, a run scored, and an RBI. The first pitch to him is a curveball in the inside corner for strike 1. Maldonado takes his lead at third. Blanchard takes his lead at second. Blanchard doubled to keep the inning alive. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and it's a strike as well in the inside corner, 0-2. Got to reacclimate myself to the slower strike call of Doug Mason.
Had some problems with it. My inning, the one inning when I was here alone.
Count 0-2 right now. Here comes the pitch from McCaslin. That was just going to miss off the outside part of the plate for a ball, 1-2.
Very close pitch. They're very surprised at the hitter they are taking. Whitecaps started to walk off the field after that pitch.
Looked very good. Looked like it did have that outside part of the plate, but it went as a ball. So McCaslin will continue his battle with Austin Anderson, who has had a great day at the plate for Falmouth. The 1-2 pitch from McCaslin, swung on, lifted into shallow right field, coming in hard as Judge, and Monda is going to fall in between them. 1 run will come in, now 2 runs will come in, and it's 6-0 Falmouth in the lead over the Brewster Whitecaps. The wild pitch proves costly. Things just getting worse for Brewster here on a damp Sunday evening.
Yeah, things not really looking good. That ball just not having enough life to be caught either by Jason Monda or Aaron Judge, and unfortunately that just results in another run. 15 hits tonight for the Commodores. They have really swung the bats well. We talked about it earlier, how they weren't one of the best hitting teams.
First pitch to Drew Dosh, misses inside for a ball. Third RBI of the day for Austin Anderson. Now has 14 on the season. Dosh looking to do some more damage as he takes ball 2 in the dirt, 2-0. Some left-handed action down there in the Brewster bullpen. And you'll wonder how this long wait affects Sean Hagan, who has been so good for Falmouth. He's been over there on the bench for quite a while as the pitch is swung on, lifted into center field. McNeil goes back. He's going to call for it and make the catch. A long run by Jeff McNeil, but he makes the nice catch for the final out of the inning. But Falmouth does pick up 2 more runs. They extend their lead to 6-0 as we move to the bottom of the 8th inning here on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.